Hi everybody, welcome back to another Juila language tutorial. So the last video was paused after making a function that scrambles our input image for the opening view of the game. In this video we will show how to reuse the code more easily by wrapping it in a module. I will encourage you to work with modules rather than scripts, as we will see shortly why. We'll add Revise, which is a package that reduces the need to restart our Julia sessions. It does it by tracking files and modules, avoiding the need to reload the code, and it will help us a lot developing and changing the module online. Next up, we want to let's create our module in a file. So I'll open a file called puzzlegame.jl, and just before I'm opening it, let's copy the function I want. This is the correct version, so let's copy what we defined. So edit will use the environment variable for editor and open your favorite editor. For me it's Vim, and let's module puzzle game. So module is simply different namespace. So you can define here everything you define in this module is defined in a different namespace, and it's only what you want to share with the outside or the public. You can export it by hand. So this helps avoiding collision for the namespaces. It helps reusing the code and abstracting stuff, and that's it for modules. So we need to define what we're using in this module, so the module itself will know to look for the namespaces inside the use model of itself. So we're using images, and we're using random for the shuffle function, and images we use it for defining the RGB, and that's it for now. I think let's call the function a bit different. Let's call it init game, and I think we're good to go. So we have a module and we have a function inside it, and for now we're not defining this function would not be visible outside the module because we haven't specifically told it so. So now I want to include the file we just edit. So include like this simply runs the file inside the REPL line by line. Include DT is something related to Revise, and it's also tracking the file. It's more convenient. So I'll include the file we just edited, puzzle game, with tab completion, and next I can use the function. So it's bringing it, it ran the function, it compiled everything it needed. So now I can use the function. A word before, actually the REPL is itself a module. So we can use this macro of Julia, and the module name is called main. And to use a module inside a module, we can specify it in two ways. We can specify main puzzle game, or simply delete the main and say that we're inside the current position and it's not a repository package or anything. So using puzzle game will bring all of puzzle game into scope. Keep in mind that we haven't specifically said anything in puzzle game could be outside. So init game is not visible. Init, let's init game of image, and for, and it doesn't know what init game is. It's not defined. So let's edit again. We can access it by simply saying puzzle game init game. This is known, and we can run it as so. But let's edit again the file. Edit. I did it with up arrow to go to the previous known command. So I want to export init game, and this way init game would be known outside. I also don't want to see blocks anymore. So now I'm using puzzle game. I think it should reload automatically, but I'm not sure. And now let's bring another image. Let's bring house. I think there's an image called house. So let's test image house. Yeah. Okay, it's a gray image. And now we can use new of init game, and now it can be shown of house. And let's say again let's say 4 blocks, and show of our new image should be a house. Yeah, so it's a house. Again, it's scrambled. So we have our module, and we see it runs rather fast. We can run it again with test image let's run it again with image, and it runs rather fast. This is because it's already compiled, and it actually rearranged it. Okay, so this is rather fast. If we want it to run from outside the repo, we can edit and add another condition. So you can see there's nothing is running at top level of the module. We can add a condition. So if we're not in interactive mode, is interactive. If we're not in an interactive mode, so we can bring some image. Let's add here using test images and image view, and let's say that we want to use Lena. Test image Lena, and we can use the function new is equal to shuff is equal to init game with Lena, and we'll show it show shuff. We'll give it a name. Let's say the name of the window will be script mode Lena, and I'll put some 5 seconds of sleep. Otherwise the script will end immediately, because it will run line by line, and after it shows the image, it will simply bounce off. It will end and close everything. So we'll show more correct way of running it with some waiting and stuff like this. But for now, sleep for 5 seconds will be okay. We'll see the image, and it will close after a certain amount of time. So let's see that we use the same. Okay, so we have a load error. Is interactive is not defined. Maybe is interactive. So I guess I had a typo. Let's just do it like this. Is interactive. Yeah. Okay, so now it ran, and we see that when you use the module, it is interactive and it's not running. So we can exit Juila and just run it as so. Puzzle game.jl. So this time it will run, but really slow. The reason is that as we said, Juila is a compiled language. It's a just-in-time compiled language. So when Juila encounters a line, it compiles it and continue on. So exiting the REPL actually means I need to compile every line in this script, whether before I just most of the lines were already cached and compiled, so it ran really fast. We have some error, no matching init game with this, so it knows many. Let's see for a second. Let's open Vim of puzzle game. So it said, yeah, because we haven't defined how many blocks do we want. So as I said, the multi-dispatch of Juila said it doesn't know this kind of the closest candidates are any and integer 64, and it doesn't know how to run only with one argument. So again, and this should run again. It runs slow. It compiles everything once again. So this is why working with scripts in Juila is really not recommended. And let's just see when it will upload. A long time, as I said. And we have our image. Yeah, so Lena in script mode Lena, and it's shuffled and it's gone. So thank you very much. Please comment below. I would love to hear your comments, and next time we'll work on the game logic itself and how to interact with the GUI of ImShow. Thank you very much.